What they call Hawia is identity. Identity. Tribe or religion. What is more important? Is it Hawia or Maslaha? Now, some of these people, identity or interests. Some of the people have been saying Hawia is more important. I am Sunni, I am Shia, I am Arab, I am African. That's how Sudan was destroyed. Sudan was destroyed by the politics of identity. Sudan was a great country, 1 million square miles. Very lucky to have all those people there. But some confused people introduced the concept of Hawiyya. Arabs, Africans. Muslims, non-Muslims. That's how Sudan was destroyed. Here in Uganda, we had the same problems. That's why Uganda had failed. We had the politics of tribes, of religion. Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, tribes, and so on. Until we came and we said, no, for us, we are for the politics of interests. Me, I am a wealth creator. I am not a parasite. I don't live by on anybody. I live on my sweat. I am a cattle keeper. What I want from any of you, if you can, buy my milk. Buy my beef, bananas. Otherwise, what else do I need from you? So don't come to me to tell me that we are the same Hawiyya. I'm not interested in Hawiyya, just Hawiyya. Hawiyya is like tribe, identity. What I want to know from you, are you going to buy my meal? Yes, we can share other things. We can share language, we can share other things, but not make me forget prosperity. Prosperity. Where does prosperity come from? It comes from producing a good or a service and selling it. If I do that today and tomorrow, I become prosperous. How will you get prosperity if you don't work on the issue of the market? So, there are so many points here, 10 of them. You will go through them, they are here. This booklet I will give, I don't know whether they will get enough copies, but they will give a copy to the Secretariat so that you can print more. If you go them, you will see our analysis of what we think needs to be done in Africa and the Afro-Arab world so that we gain our full potential. I don't have time to go through all the 10 points, but you will read them. So with these few words, what do I do? I open your conference or I close it or what?
Your Excellency, you're going to launch the fundraising drive, number one. Then two, you'll close the conference officially. But as you exit, We had several presentations.
No, I don't have time for the presentations.
I was requesting for only the Vice President of Kenya,
Yes,
and the Minister from UAE.
They can speak when I'm here, yes.
Thank you very much. And the one of Libya. 3 of them only.
Very good. So, with these few words, I launch the fundraising. And I also threatened to close the conference. We shall do that later. Tutafanya baadaye. But after listening to the 3 important guests, I will close it after that. Shukran.
Allow me take this opportunity to invite His Excellency, the Vice President of Kenya, to make his remarks.
Thank you very much, President Yoweri Museveni. It's always a pleasure to listen to you. Excellencies and the youth from Africa and the Arab world, I am honored to address this Congress, which unites the youth of Africa and the Arab world in a powerful platform for dialogue, solidarity, and action. This is a platform where the voices, ideas, and aspirations of the young people converge to shape the future. It is a forum for solidarity, bringing together 2 regions with historic cultural and trade ties going back into centuries. It is a platform for innovation, amplifying youth voices in technology, climate action, governance, and entrepreneurship. Your Excellency, this forum is a bridge for collaboration, linking Africa and the Arab world to co-create solutions for peace, prosperity, and shared growth. Africa on Earth, with more than 65% of our population below the age of 35, we are living not just with a demographic reality, but with a generational opportunity with huge dividends if well harnessed. Young people are already driving digital innovation from fintech startups in Nairobi to AI solutions in Dubai. They are leading climate justice movements, championing renewable energy in Egypt, Morocco, and Kenya. Youths are strengthening cultural diplomacy through music, film, and art in South Africa, Uganda, Qatar, and Lebanon. They are building social enterprises that offer new solutions to unemployment and inequality in Algeria, Nigeria, Tanzania, and everywhere else. This is proof that the youth are not leaders of tomorrow. They are change makers of today. Kenya is proud to play a role in the Afro-Arab Youth Council. We are honored to host the Regional Coordinator's Office in Eastern Africa. And Kenya being trusted as the custodian and overseer of the Council. We see this not just a recognition but a responsibility to ensure that this platform delivers tangible outcomes. Kenya commits to strengthening partnerships that empower youth through training, mentorship, and financing, promoting innovation ecosystems where startups can thrive and expand across Afro-Arab markets, expanding educational and cultural exchanges for our youth to learn, collaborate, and lead together, and championing youth voices in regional, continental, and global decision-making. Your Excellency, Africa and the Arab world share deep bonds of history. Our ancestors crossed the Indian Ocean and the Sahara Desert many centuries ago, trading goods, ideas, and cultures. Today, this Congress must chart the next chapter for the Afro-Arab solidarity. In peace and security, youth must be partners in conflict and countering violence and extremism. In matters economy and trade, the Afro-Arab collaboration should expand markets, create jobs, and lock investments for young entrepreneurs. In climate sustainability, the youth must lead innovation in renewable energy, green economy, sustainable agriculture, and digital transformation. To the youth, this is your moment. Be bold in your imagination, be fearless in your action, and be united in your purpose. The world is watching Africa and the Arab world. The future of our two regions depends not on what is done for the youth, but what is done by the youth. The Afro-Arab Youth Congress is not the beginning of the transformation of Africa and the Middle East. Let us live here not just with declarations, but with commitments, not with speeches, but with strategies, not just with dreams, but with resolve. Together, let us build a future where the Afro-Arab youth are not waiting for opportunities, but creating those opportunities. Not seeking to be included, but pushing for inclusivity. Not divided by history, but united by destiny. The future is not promised, it is created. It will be created by the hands, the hearts, and the minds that are present in this room. Let it be that in Kampala in 2025, the Afro-Arab youth stood together, chose courage over fear, unity over division, and built a destiny greater than anything that previous generations had expected. The torch is in your hands, the youth of Africa and the Arab world. Lift it high, carry it forward, and light the way for future generations. May God bless the youth of Africa and the Arab world. May God bless our shared destiny. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Vice President. Allow me to invite the Special Envoy representing AU Chairperson, Ms. Chido, to make her remarks in only 3 minutes. We shall only use 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. In light of time, allow me to acknowledge His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, President Yoweri Museveni, and allow me to speak on a already observed protocol, duly acknowledging everyone that we have in this room. I'm truly honored to represent the African Union Commission Chairperson, His Excellency Mahmoud Yusuf, who entrusted me as a special advisor on youth and women to deliver this message on his behalf. Viva Afro-Arab, viva! Viva, all young women in the room, viva! Thank you for giving us this platform. Across Africa and the Arab world, young people are not waiting for peace to be delivered. We are defining what peace looks like, not through declarations, but through daily acts of courage, rebuilding communities, mediating local disputes, and transforming trauma into collective healing. But the path is not easy. Conflict continues to rob our generation of its promise. Today, over 160 million people across Africa and the Middle East need humanitarian assistance due to conflict, and nearly half of them are under the age of 25. According to the UN, armed conflict is the single largest driver of youth displacement, with more than 40 million young people living in fragile or conflicted affected states. And yet the same young people are the first to organize dialogue after violence, and the first to reopen classrooms when schools are destroyed, and the first to say, this must end. The measure of success will not be how often the youth are consulted, but how deeply their ideas reshape the peace architecture itself. Because peace is not just a summit outcome. It is a lived experience, and youth are living it every single day. Now let me end with the words of Wangari Maathai, who said, "You cannot protect the environment unless you empower people. You cannot empower people unless you inform them. And you cannot inform them unless you're part of the conversation." Now the same truth is true when it comes to peace. If young people are not part of the conversation, peace will remain a paragraph in policy and not a promise fulfilled in our lifetime. In closing, allow me, as I've presented the statement of His Excellency, the African Union Commission Chairperson Mahmoud Yusuf, but allow me, in my capacity as a special advisor, just to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda for making time. Thank you for making time for our youth. Thank you for making time for women. The Vice President of your country is a woman. The Prime Minister of your country is a woman. Women in cabinet are 57%, and that is very commendable. Thank you as well for making Uganda the home of the Pan-African Women Organization and the support that you provide to Powell. And thank you for also agreeing for the next African Union Industrial Week happening next month to be in Uganda, as we do know that industrialization is really true and at the core of your vision and that opportunity to show it across Africa. We hope to see you at the next African Union Summit, Your Excellency, because we believe as the young people and the young generation, there's so much that we can learn from you when it comes to the ideologies of Pan-Africanism. As a young Zimbabwean, we miss you there, just as we miss Uncle Bob there, and we look forward to your continuous wisdom. Thank you for this opportunity. Viva Afro-Arab, viva! Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, just for your noting, we have representative of United Arab Emirates. You can stand up. State of Qatar, Republic of Iraq, Sultan of Oman, Kingdom of Bahrain, Syrian Republic, Kingdom of Morocco, Egypt, People's Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Tunisia, State of Libya, Republic of Lebanon, Palestine, Republic of Cameroon, Central African Republic, Republic of Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Djibouti, Republic of Kenya, represented by led by the Vice President, Republic of Mauritius, Republic of Rwanda was led by the Minister of Youth, who left earlier yesterday for another engagement, but she was here for the last 3 days. Republic of Seychelles, Federal Republic of Somalia, Republic of South Sudan, United Republic of Tanzania, Republic of Angola, Republic of Botswana, Kingdom of Eswatini, Malawi, Namibia, Republic of South Africa, Republic of Zambia, Republic of Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, Republic of Ghana, Republic of Liberia, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Republic of Senegal, Spain, India, Germany, and other diaspora members. With those few recognition, Your Excellency, we have the remaining 2 speeches which will be brief. Let's now hear from His Excellency, Dr. Sultan bin Saif, Minister of Youth, Republic of United Arab Emirates, representing the President of UAE. There is also Sahara.
Thank you, Mr. President, for the inspiring speech. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, fellow ministers, and the vibrant youth of the Afro-Arab world. It is an honor to address you today on behalf of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates. I would like to extend my country's support for this important initiative and our immense pride in the youth of the Afro-Arab world. I extend my sincere gratitude to His Excellency, Mr. President, the government of Uganda, and the Afro-Arab Youth Council for their warm hospitality, excellent organization, and commendable efforts in hosting this important Congress. The theme of the Congress, Amplifying Youth Voices for Peace, Unity, and Prosperity, resonates deeply with the UAE's vision. We firmly believe that the youth are the cornerstone of our nation's sustainable development and prosperity. In the UAE, we view youth as an invaluable asset. The youth are leading innovators, change makers, and active partners in shaping peace now and in the future. We remain deeply committed to empowering them through ambitious national initiatives focused on education, capacity building, and leadership development. We have established youth councils across the country to provide platforms for young people to express their views, engage in policy making, and offer innovative solutions to the challenges we face. We also launched a national youth agenda, which serves as a comprehensive roadmap to enhance youth capabilities and fulfill their aspirations. My dear young friends, we believe in you, in your ideas, your energy, and your creativity. You are the architects of tomorrow, the drivers of transformation, and the source of our hope. We rely on you to help build societies grounded in peace, tolerance, and inclusive development. This conference is a powerful testament to the deep-rooted ties between the Arab and African worlds, and to our shared commitment to the investing in the potential of the next generation. At a time when the world faces mounting challenges, from conflict and war to climate change and social inequality, our collective responsibility is to stand united against oppression, violence, and all forms of discrimination. This Congress offers a unique opportunity to build bridges, exchange experiences, develop creative solutions, and raise the voices of youth to shape a more just, peaceful, and prosperous world. I urge every one of you, women and men here today, to see this Congress as a new beginning, as a launchpad towards a brighter future, to carry the torch of positive change wherever you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Minister of UAE. Let me take this opportunity to invite His Excellency, Dr. Abdul Had, the President of Afro-Arab Youth Congress, also Foreign Affairs. Then in a special way, let me recognize the presence of the delegates from the Kingdom of Morocco. Then also let me recognize the representative of Sahara and Algeria. Thank you for coming.
صباح الخير للجميع. فخامة رئيس جمهورية أوغندا الرئيس يوري كاغوتا موسيفيني، معالي نائب رئيس جمهورية كينيا، معالي وزير الشباب بدولة الإمارات العربية الصديقة، معالي وزير الشباب في جمهورية أوغندا، السادة الوزراء، السيد المبعوث الخاص دكتور روغاندا، السيدات والسادة، السيد الأمين العام لمجلس الشباب العربي والأفريقي، السادة أعضاء مجلس الشباب العربي والأفريقي، والأخوة الضيوف. في البداية لابد أن أحيي باسمكم فخامة الرئيس يوري كاغوتا موسيفيني على كل الدعم والمساعدة والمساهمة التي قدمها ولا يزال، باعتباره راعيا لهذا المجلس وباعتباره شخصية أفريقية ثورية وطنية تؤمن بأن أفريقيا جديدة واعدة وبفضاء عربي أفريقي نتشكل فيه قوة كبيرة في عالم اليوم والغد، عالم لا يعترف إلا بالتكتلات الكبرى، عالم لا يعترف إلا بالأقوياء. ولذا فإننا نعمل مع فخامة الرئيس لتحقيق هذا الهدف الذي هو صعب ويحتاج إلى الوقت والصبر، لكنه ممكن التحقيق بإرادتنا جميعا وبمساهمتنا جميعا نحن العرب والأفارقة. الأخوات والإخوة، السؤال الأساسي: لماذا العرب والأفارقة يطالبون بالعمل معا؟ لأن ثلثي العرب يعيشون في الفضاء العربي الأفريقي، ولأن الثقافة والقيم والتحديات والآلام مشتركة، والآمال والطموحات كذلك مشتركة. ولذا فإن العمل العربي الأفريقي يجب أن يتجسد واقعا ملموسا في شكل شراكات اقتصادية وتجارية وصناعية وثقافية وسياسية، شراكات تقوم على سياسة رابح، شراكات مستدامة في الاستثمار والتنمية وفي السلام، شراكات في فتح مجالات فرص العمل في الدول العربية والأفريقية، وفي توسيع التبادل التجاري بين البلدان العربية والأفريقية، والتي لا تزال تستورد الكثير من احتياجاتها من أقاصي أمريكا الجنوبية، ونحن نعيش في فضاء واحد ونتقاسم الجغرافيا والتاريخ، ولا يوجد أي تبادل تجاري، وفي أحسن الظروف هو تبادل متواضع ولا يرتقي لمستوى التحديات. إن مجلس الشباب العربي والأفريقي يعد قاطرة وجسر مهم للعمل على تحقيق هذه الغاية، خاصة وأنه يركز على أهم شريحة، وهي شريحة الشباب صناع الحاضر والمستقبل.
The makers of present and future, the youth that represents a very important human development and political and economic, more especially that the social
60%. ولذا لا يجب أن ينظر إليهم كمشكلة، بل كحل وحل ناجح جدا.
A solution that if we really take time to take them in the supermarket, and from this platform and in my capacity as the representative of government, I'm calling we are providing thousands of job opportunities in my country, where we are trying to rebuild my country, where the country is rebuilding Libya under the leadership of Dr. Osama Hamad. And also want to support, and also we need our forces to work with our forces in Libya, where the Field Marshal Khalifa Haftar and his deputy, they've requested me to deliver a message of greeting, whereby they are working day and night to see that we have a new Africa which is a partner, Africa which is not Africa that is trying to change the stereotype that it's not the Africa that is sick, that is the Africa that is looking for help. We need to change that image. We need to change that rhetoric. How can Africa, with its resources and its capabilities and its people, why is it still sick and poor? We need to work very hard to see that to push the pace of development, also building, and which is led by the youth. We should do this through the Afro-Arab Youth Council, and also we should use other channels for the interests of the Arab and Africa. Sisters, brothers and sisters, we are living in the third century. We need to work to make sure that there is peace, there is unity. We can't accept more wars. We can't accept more conflicts in the Arab and African. We need to stop the wars, because our battle is not to exchange wars, but our battle is to fight poverty. Our battle is development. Our battle is to preserve our unity, our stability in our countries. And we shall also continue to have the Palestinian issue as an important issue for both the Arab and African nations. We need to work from wherever we are to see that we stop this oppression against the Palestinian people for the sake of independence and also having their independence. Making peace is not option. It's not an option, but a necessity, because without peace there can't be development, there can't be prosperity. As such, our battle together is to exchange guns with the dialogue. We need to exchange life with death, and also creating job opportunities. We need to work together. Viva Africa, Viva Afro-Arabia, Viva Uganda, Viva President Yoweri Museveni, the one that we are trying to call upon the people of Uganda and the youth of Uganda to vote him, because he was and is still, because he is and is still an icon of peace, unity, development, not only in Uganda and not only in East Africa, but in the continent of Africa. Our greetings. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Your Excellence. For those of you who don't have translators, they said they are rebuilding Libya with the help of Africa nations. They are for many Africans, and jobs are available. No more wars and conflicts. All they need is peace in Libya. And the presence of unity and stability is what they prefer. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
I was looking through the 10 points, the strategic bottlenecks, and I thought I should mention, and you can read this booklet, but I thought I should highlight, because what I started with was ideological disorientation. Ideology in politics is like medicine. A doctor, when he sees a patient, he must carry out the diagnosis. If the diagnosis is correct, the patient will be healed because he will be able to write a prescription. But if the diagnosis is wrong, the patient will never be healed. So if you say that the problem of society is identity, tribes, religion, and so on, if that's your diagnosis, then what is the end result? Because the identities are numerous, religious, tribal, and so on. So that's why we are saying problem number one, for here in Uganda, that was the problem. Undermining the state institutions. How will you build a national army if you believe in Hawiyah? When a country has got many tribes, many religions, how would you have a capable national army? How would you have capable political party? How can you have a political party which can win elections in a country if you are emphasizing Hawiyah, identity? In a country of many identities. Second casualty. This is the problem of Somalia. Do we have our Somali people here? Where are the Somalis? There the problem is clans. Clans. Because of that, even when we train soldiers, go back, they disappear in the clans. So I thought I should hide. This is number 2 in this booklet. Consequence of number 1, collapse of institutions. But I also saw number 6, a fragmented market, a fragmented African market, which is what we started with here. At independence, this huge continent of Africa was divided into 53 countries, each one separate market. So if you say that you are interested in development, how will you develop? By begging, by what? Development, as I said earlier, means producing a good or a service and you sell it, a product. It must be a society of wealth creators. I produce a good or a service and I sell it. Today, tomorrow I sell it. The more I sell, the more prosperous I become. So if you say, we are going to develop, but we shall fragment the African market in 53, are they 53 or 54? Our daughter from Zimbabwe, the one from the African Union. How rich are we with the countries? How rich are we with the countries? Are they 54, 50? 50? 55? Now, if Africa is fragmented in 55 separate markets, how will the business people succeed in their business? Now, our leaders saw this after independence. We got independence, Sudan 1955, Ghana 1957, and so on. But by 1980, at that time I was busy fighting Idi Amin. I was not in the government. I was busy doing some other work. But our leaders who were in governments, they saw the danger. They had got independence for 20 years, but there was no progress. So they called a meeting somewhere, and then they adopted what they called the Lagos Plan of Action, where they saw that if you don't have a united market, you can't develop. So they said, we must have a common market of Africa. This was 1980. And they said, we shall have it in phases. Let's start with the regional common markets. The one of East Africa, which is what we call COMESA now. Then the one of West Africa, ECOWAS. And then the one of, there was something else, Central Africa, something. And then the Maghreb, Maghreb was supposed to have a regional common market. The Maghreb. Now, the East African market has been struggling, John, COMESA, with all sorts of confusion. These people come in, they go out, because they don't understand the importance of market. For trade, if you don't have somebody who buys what you produce, how will you succeed? How will the business succeed? But it has been limping on, we have been continuing. And you must have heard the anthems which were played here were two. There is the Uganda anthem. Even now when we finish, they will play two anthems. Anthem number one is the one of Uganda. Anthem number two is the one of East Africa. We play the two anthems all the time, here. So, the common market of East Africa has been there, not fully functioning, but trying. Then ECOWAS also, West Africa. But Maghreb could not take off. Maghreb could not take off because of the conflicts which our people have there. You know those conflicts. So therefore, you young people, I've been telling young people, this is not just biology. We are young, yes. That's biology. What is your ideology? Because you can have young fascists. Hitler was young. When he was doing all those terrible things, he was young, Hitler. Even when he died, he was not an old man. He died when he was 56. So, I had almost forgotten that point. The one who is standing before you here is a former young man. But when we were young, with Dr. Rugunda here, stand up and see you. Stand up. We were in disagreement with other young people because we had other young people who were taking the line of neo-colonialism. They are young biologically, but they believe in neo-colonialism. We are young, but believing in patriotism and Pan-Africanism. So, young is just biology. What is your ideology? For me, I recommend to you the ideology of patriotism, love your countries, whichever they are, Libya, Morocco, love your country, love the whole of it. Don't say, I am young, but also Sunni, and I don't want to work with Shia. That is confusion. Whether you are young or old, you are already a problem for your country. So you can have problem young people and problem old people. But also here we add young and Pan-Africanist. Patriotic, I love Uganda, but Pan-Africanist, love Africa. Because Uganda cannot be prosperous without Africa. The good thing is that sleeping is also good. In French language, is what they call beaucoup dormir. Dormir beaucoup. Dormir beaucoup is also good. When you are asleep, you don't know the problems of the world. A snake can come in your bedroom, bite you, and you die peacefully because you didn't know. But when you wake up, you start seeing things. Now, many Ugandans here were sectarian. But when we mobilize them and they start producing wealth, then they soon discover that their tribe is not enough to buy what they produce. They discover that even the internal market of Uganda is not enough. Because now that Uganda has woken up a bit, we've got surplus of everything. Surplus sugar, surplus cement, surplus milk, bananas, maize. So we are telling Ugandans, where do we sell this? Because the internal market is not enough. Then they look this way, look that way. So, have you heard of Africa? Oh yes, we have heard of Africa. Yes, if you have heard of Africa, why don't we work more with the Africans so that they buy what we produce and we buy what they produce? So I thought that when I was looking through, I thought I should not go away without challenging you about these additional points. There are other points, they are all here, but I thought I should bring out the additional 2 points. State institutions and the market. What do we call market in Arabic? Soko? Soko? Yes, soko, like Swahili. Like Swahili we say soko in Swahili. Soko. Who will buy our products? Why is it? Because there are there's one continent called America. North America, South America. There are only 3 countries in North America: Canada, United States, and Mexico. South America is rich in countries. and presidents. There are very many presidents there. El Salvador, Honduras, very many of them. But there is prosperity in the USA, and there is misery in Latin America. And yet Latin America has got a lot of natural resources. I think Latin America has got more natural resources than even the USA. The forests, the water, what? So what is the problem? For me, I've been telling people that one of the problems between the US and Latin America is that if I am a businessman in the United States, I produce a product in New York, I will sell it all the way to California. Why will I not succeed? But if I'm in South America, Honduras, 2 million people, El Salvador, I don't know how many, Panama, I don't know how many, how will you succeed in such a situation, business-wise? So, Afro-Arab youth, biology, yes, but with ideology. Merci beaucoup.
Once again, thank you very much, Your Excellence, for the wonderful guidance and speech and ideological orientation. Your Excellency, we apologize for the delay in starting the event. We had a challenge of young people. I've received their petition, and I know you'll listen to it. Then, lastly, Your Excellence, as a matter of ideological orientation, Commissioner Helen Seku is here. I request at the beginning of November, first week of November, all the 700 delegates, 15 from Uganda Muslim Muslim Council, 125 from the institution, 445 from the newly elected National Youth Council, and the district chairpersons of NRM, at least 50 from PLU, 11 from the Marpartes, and 10 from WUNSA, making a total of about 800, be all taken to Chankwanzi for ideological orientation. They need to know our challenges. We hardly slept yesterday over lack of ideology, making unrealistic demands. But I believe with the petition written, I will reach out to you and we find a solution to their request. I thank you very much, Your Excellency. Next is, I will request you, sir, for only 3 items remaining: a photo with the visiting VIPs, then a photo with the Afro-Arab Congress Committee, and maybe you'll stand somewhere here and they take a photo when you're waving to your grandchildren. And then signing the official plaque for the fundraising. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you, the Vice President of Kenya. Thank you all colleagues, ministers from everywhere, ambassadors, Honorable Balanda, Honorable Diana Mutasingwa, our flag bearers, the MP flag bearers, the youth who are here. Where are you? You wave to the President? And all of you members of the National Youth Council, the NRM, Youth League, PLU, institutions, thank you for coming. And thank you for keeping discipline. HE will respond to your small demand, which is not a demand, it's lack of ideology. Thank you. I request the ambassadors to join the front photo. Your Excellency, ambassadors and leaders of the delegation, please come and join this front photo here with HE, so that we do it at once, and then he signs, he waves to the young people, and he may leave at his pleasure. Once he leaves, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda will remain in place to chair the remaining session. Just hold on. Those who have taken photos, you may exit. A youth Oye, could you all stand up for the national anthem? But before that, I have news for you. Our father has agreed, all of you, to be facilitated back home with one meal. Okay, national anthem.